Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for April the 20th, 2011. Now, to get started here, our first trade is going to be in the Forex market. Again, we're going to be looking at the Euro US dollar. Now, what we're going to be looking at here is short positions. Now, this is just to point out to everybody, this is going to be somewhat of a higher risk trade, but in my respectful opinion here, the dollar is potentially getting ready for a significant rally. Now, there's a number of different issues in the Eurozone as there is in the US. I don't dispute that, but there are a few things that we're seeing here. We have the predicted MACD crossing over the trigger to the downside. The predicted true strength indicator is also doing that. Now, one of my favorite setups here is with the Vantage Point predicted medium-term crossover. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up here so everybody can see it. The medium-term crossover has just crossed over to the downside. Now, this is a period of volatility because the triple EMA cross is not completed. The long-term crossover, as you can see, is not completed either. But the main setup is in play. And that is, of course, with that medium-term crossover. Now, what is likely to happen here is we're going to push a little bit higher, and we're going to be actually looking for a sell opportunity. So with that said, we're going to use strictly the Vantage Point, again, the Vantage Point daily report to get into our entry point. Now, again, the concern, the neural index is turned up. You can see there's a bit of a pattern forming here. We've had the neural index down for 2 days, then up for 1 day, but then it was followed by 2 consecutive down days. So if that pattern is repeating itself, we've had our up day, we've had our one up day, and now we're going to have a significant down day. So after this completes, we should see a bigger move to the downside. So for tomorrow, we're going to be looking for a move towards the 144.32 area. I'm not convinced we're actually going to get that high, but it's possible. But on any move towards that area, I would say anything above 144, we would set our short positions and we would have our stops above the 145.30 area. Very important that we stay out of that broker radar. We don't want to get stopped out prematurely here. So again, we're going to let it move higher, and then from there, we're going to use that to set our short positions. Now, that's our first position for tomorrow. Now, our second position for tonight is going to be in May lumber futures contracts. Now, we had a real nice move today off the mini corn contracts. The lumber contracts, the May contracts, they're looking kind of interesting to me here also too. We can see that the Vantage Point predicted true strength indicator and the predicted MACD are running completely flat in heavily oversold territory. This represents opportunity to us, in my opinion. We have our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences all pointing higher. So this looks like there's a good short to medium term play here for a significant, if nothing else, a retracement higher. We've closed at 244. We can see that the 18-day predicted moving average from Vantage Point is all the way up at the 269.70 level. So short-term traders, medium-term traders, I think there's a good possibility that we're going to pull back. We're going to move, excuse me, not a pullback. We're going to retrace back up to at least the 269 level. So this represents some very, very good opportunity for us. Now, looking at our crossovers here, they're not going to be overly supportive. Our short-term crossover has crossed over to the upside, but it's currently flat. So we're going to use this period of consolidation at these lower levels to get into, again, to get into a buy position. Our medium-term and long-term crossovers are not overly supportive of this trade, but in actual fact, the predicted long-term crossover is. The wider we are from this blue line to the black line, the more likely it is it's going to retrace back to it. Now, what we also want to do here is have a look at the predicted high-low break. We can see that we're testing the channel of the Vantage Point predicted highs and lows, and today we've actually broke above that channel. Now, the red line is the Vantage Point predicted high. The black line is the Vantage Point predicted low. You can see that we've tagged it right to that number yesterday, and then today we've actually broke above that. So for tomorrow, it looks to me like we're getting ready for a break to the upside on these May lumber contracts. So now let's go into the Vantage Point software, into the daily report, and see what we have for a range tomorrow. So for tomorrow, we can see we still have that neural index down. We have 240.240 and 249.60. So for tomorrow, we're going to be looking for a very, very small pullback. You can see that we've closed at 244. We're going to be looking for a very minor pullback to 242 to set our long positions. Day traders targets are going to be 249, but your medium and long-term traders, again, you should be focusing more on that 269 level. There's some very, very good opportunity when the indicators turn flat and after we've had a big move to the downside. Like, again, I'm not going to go into Fibonacci and all that nonsense, but what I am going to say is it is perfectly natural for people that are in short positions here to take profit. And nothing goes straight up and nothing goes straight down. So the probability of a significant retracement higher, if not a complete trend reversal, is again very high. So again, we want to look at just a very minor pullback, get in at 242, and then see where we go from there. So those are the market positions for April the 20th, 2011. And again, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.